Hello. How are you doing? Happy Sunday. I'm super excited. Do you know what? I am counting down to my birthday. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's our Sunday parenting briefing with me, Mma Okoye, your professional guidance counselor and a seasoned parenting coach. Okay? Now, I'm also a member, Counseling Association of Nigeria, River State chapter. Okay, today, what are we going to talk about? Before I go into that, let me not forget to tell you that I am the founder, the Parents Academy, and also the founder, Global Initiative for Proper Parenting. Talking about the Parents Academy, what is the Parents Academy? The Parents Academy, it's an online virtual, I'll put online, put virtual for you to understand what I'm saying. So it's an online academy for parents where we come together, have a structured curriculum to guide us. In fact, this particular topic we always have every week is part of the curriculum we have in the academy. So when we talk about it here, we go and talk about, express it very well, and analyze all that in the academy within the week. So this week we are talking about the power of presence, creative ways to make out time for our kids. So the parents in the academy are called the home heroes, and currently we are in the first cohort, which is cohort 1.0, but we are open for registration towards the second cohort. The second cohort is starting on July 1st because the first cohort will be ending in June, the last day of June. So the second cohort is starting July 1st. 2025. You can be part of that. Is just 30,000 naira. Yeah, 30,000 naira only, but you can pay in installments beginning from now. Parents have started registering, so I wonder what you're doing. Okay, so today, what are we talking about? We are talking about the power of presence, creative ways to make out time for our kids. Let me tell you something in case you don't know. The kids have different needs. We only focus on the physical needs and probably the spiritual needs. In this part of the world, we are so religious. So now we focus more on the physical needs, forgetting the emotional need, the psychological need, the social need. We forget all that. We tend to let me use that word. We tend to forget all that. Now, how can you help your kids solve these needs? And when these needs are not met, your child will be easily influenced by peers. When we talk about peer group influence, the child is trying to sort solutions to the emotional need, the social need, the psychological need, which are not provided in the house because you are not present. When I'm talking about present, I'm not talking about you are in the house and you are constantly pressing the phone. You are in the house, and when your kids are talking to you, they want to talk about one thing or the other, you are constantly not there. You are there, but you're not there. We are talking about that time when you are actually there for your kids, with your kids. So we are going to look into why it matters. What is it actually about? What is it actually about? And how you can practically become involved, present in your children's life. We are complaining about the Gen Zs, they are vocal, they are fearless, they are expressive, and others. I made some posts on social media concerning um not using our children as retirement plans. Now, if you are not using your children as retirement plans, you equally need to set the stage for your children, prepare them for the road. How can you prepare them for the road when you are not there, when you are absent? Someone may be like, oh, I work, I take up 3 4 jobs because of the state of the economy, I don't have time. Let me tell you, even in your very busy schedule. Oh, Chisom is here. Chisom, welcome. Good to have you on board. Welcome, Chisom. It's good to have you. Now, despite your very busy schedule, let me tell you, you are not more busy than I. If I tell you my schedule, you'll be like, Ma, how are you coping? I am very busy, but then I still make out time for these children. No matter what, even if it's 5 minutes a day, I will still make out time to be with them outside the screens, look at them eyeball to eyeball, and talk about one or two things. So no matter how busy you are, you can always make out time for your children. Now we're talking about the Gen Zs. We say they're vocal, they're fearless, they're expressive, and all that. Some people say they're disrespectful, whatever. Now, most of them have absentee parents. When I talk about parents, if you are a couple living together, husband and wife, not just the mothers alone, the fathers, please be involved. We are living in an era where children feel that our own generation, our mother's generation, that we were so gullible, that we were easily deceived. Yeah, that we were easily brainwashed. That's what they think. Now, a child or an adolescent or a youth who thinks this way, how can you possibly influence that child with during our own time we we will drink uh, garri and then eat palm kernel and we will not complain. The child will be like, are you for real? Does this make sense to you? This is the kind of people we have now. So the earlier we start paying attention to how they reason, the better for us. Now, how can you pay attention to how they are reasoning when you are absent? Another thing is, who am I raising? I raised this in the Parents Academy. I told them, you need to ask yourself, find out who you are raising. Now, how can you discover whom you are raising when you are absent? Now, one of the benefits of being in the academy is that you have unrestricted access to a professional guidance counselor. All your issues, from your mental health issues, your children's issue, I mean, each of your children's issues, even your finances, your health issues, every issue you are having, you have unrestricted access to a professional who will guide you professionally, not just based on myths and what do we call it, superstition and all that. So this is one of the benefits of being in the academy. You will also have access to being structured in a way that you write down your challenges, your goals. You set your goals for the week, you set your goals for the month. As the month of March is ending, we have already set our goals for the month of April. Yeah, April. Yeah, April is my birth month, and first April is my birthday. So why wouldn't I set goal for my birthday? In fact, from now to the end of March, there are things I want to achieve, so that when I'm counting the things I achieved in the previous year, because from 1st April, I'm entering a new year. If I'm counting the things I achieved, I will actually add them to the things I achieved in the previous year. That's how we roll. So endeavor to be in that academy. Remember to subscribe. If you've not subscribed to this channel, subscribe, click the like button. Yeah, if I say anything that interests you, just give me an emoji to encourage me. And if you are watching after the live show, please click the like button, subscribe if you've not subscribed, if you're seeing this face for the first time, and share if you got values. Don't fail to share. Don't fail to give me those emojis. Yeah, I want to see them. Give me those emojis. Yes, give me my flowers. Now I am alive. Okay, so let us dive into the show properly. I've done the intro. So what are we talking about today? The power of presence, creative ways to make time for your kids, strengthening family bonds in a busy world. We all know the world, we are in a busy world. Everybody's struggling, everybody's hustling. The way the economy is now, no matter how you hustle, you struggle to even feed, talk more of save and invest. The parents are overwhelmed, frustrated, stressed up. The children, same. The children, even the school is now, even the parents are giving them lots of work. Some schools are giving lots of work and all that. So we are in a busy world. Even when we are not busy with job, house chores and all that, we are busy on social media. For us, busy na busy. So we're going to x-ray all these things and see how we can modify our busyness and still make out time for our children. No matter what, they need their emotional needs to be met. Very important. Don't forget that I am Mma Okoye, professional guidance counselor and a seasoned parent coach. Oh, yeah? Okay, so Why presence matters. Now you can see the picture I have here. A man is in the house. He's in the house, but he's not present. The child is looking confused. So why presence matters? Children crave for emotional connection, not just physical presence. They want that emotional connection. It's not just the physical presence. You are there, yes, but they want the connection. I even notice it in my children. Even when they are adolescents, when they're older children, you are like, they're grown, they don't need me. No, they need you. Honestly, trust me, they need you. Study shows that parental presence bonds builds self-esteem. When you are there for your child, it helps in building self-esteem. It helps also in academics success and emotional well-being. When you are there for them, you are supporting them, you are encouraging them, you are just there for them, it helps them in academic success. Most of the children who do very well in school, check them out. They have parents who are involved. When I was doing my practicum in one of the federal government schools, one boy walked up to the counseling unit one of the days and he was like, I came to find out about my career. We were shocked. This boy is in SS1. We are like, what did you say? Say, I came to ask and find out about my career. So because I was the practicum student there, so they were like, Mrs. Okoye, handle him. So when he came, the first question I asked, what does your father do for a living? He said, what does your mother do? He said, and I discovered that the father is an engineer. And I asked him, who told you to come for this? He said, my father. I was super excited. I said, at least let the father start getting involved. I now asked him, what's your position in the family? He said, I'm the first son and the first child. SS1, I was super excited. I was so impressed. So you can see what parents' involvement in the lives of their children can do. So after the whole counseling section and all that, he was happy because the course he wanted to study, by the time after proper guidance, proper assessment and all that, I now discovered that he was supposed to study another course instead of the one he wants. Because when you talk about selection of career, you look at passion and ability. So testing him on passion and ability, he did not pass in the course he wanted. Rather, he scaled through in the other course, and I was able to guide him properly. So I even wrote something, gave him, I said, give to your parents, continue your conversation based on what I discovered and the advice I dropped for you. So you can see what parents' involvement can do. For the father to say, go and meet the guidance counselor in your school, there's a conversation going on already concerning his career. But a lot of parents do not know about this. Even when your children's school have guidance and counseling units, you have never told your child, go to the guidance and counseling unit, ask about this, ask about that. How will you even know your child's problem when you are not there, when your presence is not felt? So you can see how parents' presence can help in emotional well-being, self-esteem of a child, academic success, and all that. Now, quality time helps children feel valued, loved, and understood. A lot of our children are being influenced negatively by peers because they feel these are the people who have time for them. These are the people who love them. These are the people who value them. My daughter is writing JAMB this year. That should be next month. Yeah. I make out time to set quiz for her every week. As in, every week she writes quiz that I set. She writes mock every week. And apart from that, I tell her, write out all the areas you're having difficulties in. She wrote all of them out, and I send her notes and questions. And when she answers, I send answers and explanation. This is being present. We talk about career, we talk about academic success, and I'm like, well, after her weekly mock, I will ask her, what's your score? Why have you not improved? What's the problem? How can we fix it? And we talk about that. Tell me how that child will be naive. Tell me how that child will not be exposed. So that is the power of having time. Remember, the topic is the power of presence, creating creative ways to make out time for your kids. And I am Mma Okoye. Remember to subscribe if you've not done so. click on the like button or give me so many emotions. I want to see the emotions flying up and there to encourage me. Yeah, motivate your coach now. Then share this if you find it valuable. Many parents need this information. Please don't be stingy. Let them know that this kind of teaching is going on free of charge at no cost, just for parents. Now let's look at the challenges parents face, because when we say create time for your children, some parents will be like, Ma, you don't understand. Auntie Ma, you don't understand. I don't have time. Don't you get it? So let's look at it. I will tell you that I perfectly understand. And I am also facing the challenges with you, because I am also a busy parent, as in very, very busy parent. Oh, Francisca is here. Thank you, Francisca, for showing up. I'm so glad to have you here. Thank you for showing up. All right. As I talk, you are free to drop your questions, because I'll look at the questions before the end of the program. Then for the home heroes, in your journal, if you have journaled for this week, the week has started, if you have journaled and you did not include power of presence in your journal, one of the things you will set as your goal is how many minutes you want to make out for your children every day. I mean, this week, that's our challenge. All the home heroes, the power of presence should be in your journal. If you have journaled, go and squeeze it in. Create a goal, set your goal concerning creating time for your children. Set Also be mindful of the challenges you faced while creating time. If along the line you have some challenges that's overwhelming you, please come inbox and tell me about it, and we will sort it out. So our challenge this week is going to be about creating time. All my home heroes are very, very busy. I have very busy parents, very, very busy, making money, chasing the money, because in the home hero, in the parents academy, it's a crime to have one source of income. So they are very busy. So if you're having challenges with creating time, come in, boss. Let's talk about it. So make sure you add to your journal, your parenting journal this week, everything about creating time for your children is going to be a challenge for us in the academy. Home heroes, take note of that, okay? If you have taken note as a home hero, give me a thumbs up. Okay, let's continue. The challenges parents face. Number one, busy schedule. You can see the picture here, and it's mainly mothers. She has two hands and two legs, but you can see different hands coming up from different angles, trying to do a lot of things, fix a lot of things, and by the time you are done with all that, you are still trying to help them do their homework and stuffs like that. Now, the busy schedule, work, chores, responsibilities. One of the ways you can reduce your, let's start reducing them now. One of the ways you can reduce them in your working place, if you are the boss or the manager, or you have people under you, learn to delegate tasks. Don't carry everything, trying to do everything. If you're working in an organization, don't try to carry everything. Learn to delegate tasks. Number two, when you come to house chores, train your children in a way that they'll start house chores as early as possible. I used to say it, once they start to walking, let them learn to bring my handbag, bring the cup on the table for me, go and keep the toy you scatter. Start doing that in your house, so that the house chores will be reduced. So that time you used to wash plates, wash their stockings, clear the toys, do this, do that, and still make out time for them. You see where your problem is coming from. By the time you delegate this to your children, you will have enough time, at least spare 5 minutes to be with them. Then responsibilities, don't carry all the responsibilities on your head. Make out time to rest. Make out time to rest. When you make out time to rest, you'll be able to create time for your children. Now let's talk about the technology distraction. This is the cocoa. This is where many parents are having problem. Technology distraction. They are not busy, they're not working, they're not doing hard chores, but they are living on the internet. So in that technology, in fact, a lot of parents are addicted to social media, and we want to correct the addiction in our children. And my response is they play. That's my response, they play. So now, as a parent, you need to set your priorities right. Tell yourself, before I enter the social media, maybe in the morning, in the afternoon, in the night, I will first of all have a chat with my children, talk about how their day went before I enter the social media. If you reduce your social media time, you will see that you have ample of time, as in time boko, for you to be with your children. So you have to strategically reduce your social media time. For the home heroes, if you're having issues managing your time on social media, come, let's talk about it. But if you are not a home hero, you definitely gonna book a session, and I'll take you through psychological guidance and counseling on how to do that. The link to book for a session is in the description of this video. Okay, the next is emotional fatigue. Now, as parents, let me start with couples. If you are a couple, this program is not for couples alone. Even single parents are invited to be in the academy. I have some single parents in the academy. Widowers, you are invited to be in the academy, because we will help you. Honestly, it will be, when two people are parenting is difficult, how much more one person? It's a whole lot difficult. So you can be in the academy. So I will be that support system to help you. But if you are living as couples, avoid stressing yourselves, because that will be giving each of you emotional fatigue, which will make it difficult for you to make out time for your children. Now, even in your relationships, the one with your parents, the one with your colleagues, the one with your neighbors, try to be at peace with a lot of people. Then try not to overburden yourself with things that you cannot take care of. Anything you cannot take care of, leave it and know that you can't possibly take care of this. Hand it over to God, do the best you can, hand the rest to God, and you see yourself getting better. Then plan ahead, goal setting, very important. It will help you in your emotional stress. So stress, exhaustion, when you are stressed up, when you are exhausted, please make out time to rest. What presence really means? What does presence really mean? You can see the picture I have there. Presence is not just being there. Presence means that you are attending events of school, you are attending it, both the father and the mother, not the one that daddies will send the mothers and they'll stay in the house, or they be in one beer parlor or the other, or they be in the house pressing phone. No, attend their events as mommies and daddies. Go together, then engage them in activities. There are so many activities you can engage them. You can cook together, you can watch together, you can watch movies together, you can play games together. When my children were younger, we play Ludo together, we play words together, we do all that. But right now, we are having people who are writing WAEC, JAMB, so we are minimizing play. But when they were younger, we were playing together. Even what we played together. So that's it. There is time for everything. But the ones writing the exams, once their exams are over and the one in the university is in holiday, we can come together, do stuff together. But we still go out together. We go to churches together. We cook together. Yeah, we cook together and do lots of stuff together as well. We gist together. So now the next is mindful presence. Not, I said not just being there, mindful presence. Mindful presence is about giving undivided attention. I said undivided attention and reducing distraction. You can't tell me you are with your child is talking to you, and you have your phone, you're pressing your phone, and you look at your child, you look at your phone, you look at your child, you look at your, no, 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 no. That's not acceptable. You need to have undivided attention without distraction. Once your child comes to talk to you, keep the phone, set the phone aside. I work so much on the system, and once I'm working on the system, they come for anything, I will know they need me to listen to them and talk to them. I'll shift the system, shift the phone, fold my arms, look at them eyeball to eyeball, and we talk about whatever they want us to talk about. That is undivided attention. So the next is creative ways to make time for your kids. I think I mentioned that when I was explaining the last slide. The first is daily connection rituals. Like my children, when they're going to school, I will just have one or two things to say to them, or maybe when they're back, I will maybe hug them, maybe tap them on the cheek, or just I have just a way of connecting with them. every day. Maybe in the morning they'll greet me. It's not when they greet mommy good morning. You say when they greet mommy good morning, I say Ifeoma, how are you doing? Hope you slept well. I'm connecting. Now, the next is tech-free quality time. I've mentioned that. Keep technology aside and give your children quality time. Home heroes, I hope you are taking note. When you are journaling, put down this as your parenting goal for this week. Put it down so that by the time you are journaling by Saturday, you will check your progress, your success story when it comes to making out time for your children. And also write down your challenges. If there's any challenge that is overwhelming, come in, boss. Let's talk about that. If you are not a home hero, I repeat, book for a session. Link to book a session is in the description. Don't forget that this is our Sunday parenting brief with Coach Mma Okoye. And we are talking about the power of presence, creative ways to make out time for your kids. Remember to subscribe if you've not done so. For those of you who will watch later, subscribe if you've not done so. Drop your comments, your thoughts, your questions in the comment section. I will love to read from you. And also like this video, share if you got values here. Okay, let me continue. Where did I put stuff? I'm talking about tech-free quality time. So you need to make out make out tech-free time for your children. Now, involve them in daily activities. Some of these activities involve them and do that with them. One-on-one time for your children. Like myself, I have 4 children. I know that each of them have their individual and unique needs. I have studied their strengths and weaknesses, I mean on individual basis. So I always find out a way to have one-on-one time with each of them, one-on-one conversation with each of them. Then I have this boy in my house. Once you start having conversation with one of them, she will she will always come in and I'll be like, you will never hear something and keep quiet, that kind of thing. And we'll joke about it, we'll laugh about it. If it's something I want to be personal to this other person, I'll say, oh yeah, go. When I need you, I'll call you. But if I know that it's something that she also needs to hear too, I'll say, okay, we'll now have a general conversation and all of us. And funny thing, my children love stories. I don't know if it's because I trained them with stories, because when they were very young, sometimes I'll read stories for them while they want to sleep. I'll read stories for them. So my children love my children love stories, and it's making them wiser. They think fast. These children, when you have conversation with them, you'll be like, what sort of children is this? Because we started early. You can achieve same despite your busy schedule. It's just a matter of setting your priorities right, setting your goals and all that. Okay, overcoming obstacles. I think I mentioned them in the course of this lecture, so I'm not going to take much time. Remember, I said maximum of this lecture is 45 minutes. I don't want it to exceed 45 minutes. I'm targeting 30, 40, 45 minutes. We are done. Yeah. Okay, now overcoming obstacles, time management. I have mentioned time management in the course of my lecture. So you need to prioritize family engagements and activities. The next is setting boundaries. Very important. Setting boundaries. Limit work and screen time during family hours. When is family time? It's not time for screen, it's not time for work. Leave it for family. Leave it for family. Today we are complaining. There's a post I shared on my Facebook where someone was complaining that it's not that children are economically not viable. The amount you spend in training children, if you invest it, you do this and all that. So now you can actually raise children who are responsible, productive, resourceful, morally sound. When you raise such children, they won't struggle so much to even assist you, the parent. Not that they are going to be your retirement plan. No, you will also, if you are raising sensible children, it will give you time to hustle more because they are taking care of certain things in the house. You will hustle more, be able to save more, be able to invest more. And before they get to 30 years, they must have stood on their ground. You are no longer carrying them. So by the time they're 30 years, you are not carrying them, you are able to save. But when you are not strategic about it, when you are not intentional about it, you keep feeding your child till 40 years. That is when someone will come up and be like, I trained this child for 30 years and I'm still feeding the child. So train your children with your parenting goal intact and in mind. If you want to know more about parenting goal, register for the next cohort, because the first month, I mean the month of July, we are going to delve seriously into parenting goals, as in, we are going to make it a challenge every day, back to back in the academy. 1st July, that's what you are going to do. So if you have not registered for cohort 2.0, now you do yourself, unless you want to suffer in your old age and you want to keep feeding your children even when they get to 40 years. It's not about God forbid. Yes, God will forbid, but please learn the right thing and do the right thing. And then as a parent, don't abandon yourself because you are training children. Keep growing, keep learning, keep developing, keep saving, and keep investing. Prepare for your retirement. If your children gives you, if your children give you, fine, it will be jara. But if they don't give you, you are cool. Yeah, you are cool. You don't give them that stress of trying to give, because if they don't give you, you cannot feed. Don't make the mistakes many of our parents made. So let's continue. I've talked about setting boundaries, then being intentional. I cannot emphasize on that enough. Be intentional. Small moments matters. You don't need to wait for 1 hour, 2 hours. No, small moment, 5 minutes. Small moments matter a lot. Even for the fact you made out time to listen to this lecture, you are also creating time for your children, because the knowledge you get here, you will pass it on to your children. They will pass it to their own children. Yes, so you are also making out time for them by being here. That's one of the things you are doing for them. Make it small at a time, one thing at a time. All these small 5 minutes, they matter a lot. They matter a lot. So the next conclusion and encouragement: your presence is the greatest gift you can give your child. Small intentional actions create lifelong memories and stronger relationships. Then the challenge you are going to have, the home heroes, take note of the challenge. Try one new way to be present this week. So the home heroes, I'm going to ask about it. You will try one new way to be present this week. If you have not been doing it properly, it's going to be a challenge this week in the academy. We are going to challenge ourselves concerning the power of presence, creative ways. So make out creative way to be with your child. You can see a happy baby at the mother's back because the mother is there. There is no phone. The mother is not holding any phone. So the mother is there. So as I'm wrapping up, drop your questions. So write to us on globalinitiative18@gmail.com. The email address is also on the description. So consider booking a one-on-one section with us if you need professional guidance on how to balance life and work to create bonding time with your kids. Or if you have any counseling need, you want any of the psychological tests, please book for a section and we will give you all the needed counseling services. And also, if you want to be part of the academy, the time to join is now. You can start paying small from now to June. You are done paying and enjoy. It's just 30,000 naira. So if you're intentional about it, you can actually be part of the academy and become a home hero in the cohort 2.0 academy. Okay, I'm still waiting for questions if you have any. If you are watching after the live webinar, please drop your question in the comment section. I will see it. I will respond to it. Yeah, I trust me on that. I'll do that. I honor my words. I'll do that. Then what again do I want to say? Continue to be a better parent. Continue to make out time for your children. Continue to give them the gift of your presence. The gift of your presence. Reduce social media distraction. Reduce technology distraction, because remember, the school is not a training ground. Yeah, the school is not a training ground. Training is done in the house, not the school. The school is just for academic teaching and learning, academic activities, that the teachers are trying to do moral instruction, teach this and that. It's just out of their own benevolence. That's not what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to teach your children the subjects: English, maths, social studies, physics, chemistry. That's what they're supposed to do. So the school is not the training ground, and the school is not where a bad child is being converted to a good child. Because some of you will put your child in maybe seminary, Catholic mission school, Anglican mission school, Pentecostal mission school, because you feel that in those mission schools your bad child will automatically be changed to a good child. Fa 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 foul. If you don't train your child in the house, school cannot train that child, because the school has their own disciplinary measures which is painful to the child. And because the child does not see it as training, the child sees it as punishment, wickedness, it will not affect that child, I mean positively. So it will only harden that child. That's why some people who attended mission schools, when they want to be bad, they're very, very bad. So train your child in the house. Don't leave that for the teachers. The teacher has curriculum to cover, scheme of work to cover, not turning a bad child into a good child. Do your training in the house and start early. Very important. Start early so that you give the society well-trained individual. The school will only furnish and reform and repackage and yeah, repackage what you did in the house, and your child will come out very, very good. Not that the school will train your child. Okay, I don't seem to see any question here. It seems that I said was well understood. For the home heroes, you can bring in your questions in the academy. We continue the conversation there. Remember, we have a challenge this week. You're going to write out creative way you are making out time for your children. Okay, thank you for coming around. I really appreciate you for listening to this, and thank you so much for showing up. Yeah, because you're showing up, that's why I come here every Sunday. If I come here and nobody shows up, nobody watches after the live webinar, I no go come again. No. I'm coming here because I know you will be there for me. So thank you for showing up. Thank you for learning. Please put what you learned into practice and teach other parents. Enlighten them. Tell them about this weekly webinar. Let them also come live and learn. Let them come live, ask their question live, and get the answers to their questions answered live. Consider to become a home hero. You are free to book a one-on-one session with us. And the parenting journal you can also buy through seller.com. The link is in the description. So that's it for today. Until I come your way again, I remain your coach, your guidance counselor, your seasoned parenting coach, Mma Okoye. See you next week Sunday. Until then, continue to be a good parent. Goodbye. Good night for the people in Nigeria. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on when you see this. Bye.